and we all looked down, and son of a bitch, the golden retriever ate his watch. I mean, just this Rolex went straight in and just swallowed it in a gulp. So we get the dog, put in the back seat of the car. We head straight to the vet, and we explained to him that, dude, this dog just ate my buddy's Rolex. And
if this is
the
a
vet's
watch
taking a look at it. No.
Okay,
In fact, but he did say that while he was examining, that was the worst case of the ticks he ever heard of.
No, I thought it was going to be a shitty time. Really?
Speaking of a shitty time.
What? A shitty time? No! Thursday!
Only if you're a YouTube reviewer.
That was an excellent segue, sir. You get 3 figure action points for that.
Put that on the docket.
I will.
All right. Make sure we're tracking that. So it's Thursday. It's one of, if not our favorite night of the week, because that means that we're going live here on YouTube. If you're watching us here on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you Kielbasa slam that subscribe button. Make sure you double down on that like button. Well, you can't double down on like. Just hit the like button once, because if you hit it twice, you'll unlike it. But it helps us out a lot. And if you're not already, if you haven't already, if you're not already, it makes sense. Hit that notification bell, because we do go live with additional content. I've been a good boy about it, trying to go live with some figure unboxings, and I might have one for y'all tomorrow. So,
Who's a good zero? Who's a good zero? Oh, who's a good zero?
So, and make sure you give me some feedback on those unboxings. I'm going to try and get a tripod set up for the next one. I just hope that they're fun. Oh, fuck you. We've got the whole gang here, the whole figure action crew. T-Man just got back from taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. So,
like, that'll happen.
I think. Sports humor on this show.
What is this anyway?
Yeah, I know, right? So we actually do have a topic towards the end of the show that is, fair warning, not really. It's related to the toy community, but not related to toys. So we're going to be talking
just a small
about
topic. Just a small
smidge.
topic.
Would you say it's kid size?
Would you say it's fun size?
Fun size?
Tiny.
If you haven't,
Tiny.
Or maybe it's not for kids size?
I know. We're never getting monetized size.
He's changing everything.
I know. I feel for you. But yeah, I mean, you've explored. Well, we'll get there. But you're exploring other avenues, and hopefully, with what you're doing, you can be a trendsetter.
He's diversifying that portfolio.
Do you remember Gremlins 2? It featured the Clamp Cable Network. Do you remember that?
yes.
I remember the Key and Peele sketch about Gremlins 2 more than I remember Gremlins 2.
I can envision T creating his own cable network, starting from the ground up. You could think of I started this like I had some kind of clever name. I don't. But I'm going to put that on you to come up with some clever name and make your own
get their
media empire.
Click. I don't know.
Click the videos.
Tune in to Chill Click.
See? And you're off and running.
That needs some work, though.
I mean, we all do, for sure.
I watched Gremlins 2 like a million times.
Oh.
Gremlins 2 is better than Gremlins 1. That's a fact.
I agree.
Shut your whore mouth.
No, he's correct.
I agree.
That is a fact.
He is 100% correct.
Thank
He's
you.
totally right.
I feel like when I was a kid, I liked Gremlins 2 better, and as an adult, I liked the first one. I appreciate what the second one did. I mean, they did something completely different. They went to cartoon.
You know who loves Gremlins? You know who loves Gremlins 2 more than Gremlins 1? You know who really loves it more?
Who?
NECA.
Well, yeah, because they got more. They got more they can do with that shit. They even made. I remember like the electrical gremlin. It was like the laziest toy ever. It was
an exclusive. It was it was a con exclusive.
And it showed up at Toys R Us. Like my Toys R Us couldn't get rid of them. Like to the day Toys R Us died, they had no other gremlin, but they had the electrical gremlin.
I want a life-size concrete gremlin, and I want to put it up on my house.
I would have thought you would have gone for the Statue of Liberty
Dude,
gremlin,
oh.
the chick.
Okay, I know we're like totally derailing and killing our award-winning formula here.
Does
But,
the chat want to see Joe as a gremlin?
Ooh,
Bum, 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 bum,
the vintage
bum.
toy store I go to, Chromag Toys, the owner today put up a picture of him and not quite a 1-to-1 scale, but I think it was about a quarter-size scale Terror Dog from Ghostbusters. That is what I want to freaking put on the roof of my house.
Did you manage to snap a
Do
picture
what
of
you
that?
should.
No, dude, this thing, I'm not even joking. This thing is like, this picture, it's just like the nerd in me was like, if I did not have a wife and kid, this would
You would-
totally be mine.
Would you then bring a woman back and seal it inside the
Options there
door?
are.
If I had brought a girl back and she didn't run from that,
Maybe a girl that
also
works at
probably
a
get married.
local grocery store that likes to grill meat.
Well, not all meat, just his meat.
Just some meat.
Just some very specific meat.
Yeah, that figure. that
Hey
figure
Matt,
is
how you
like,
doing this? Matt, how you doing this week?
Oh.
And what'd you get?
I'm doing great, Dave. Thanks for asking. What a guy. What did I get this week? Past 2 weeks. I gloss over most of it because none of it's all that exciting. I got some Black Series. I got my Emperor Palpatine, and then the Disney store was having their sales, so I picked up a Zuckuss. So I just kind of mistakenly now have most of the bounty hunters, so now I feel obligated to go track down the other ones.
We missing Forlom at this point.
Forlom and Dengar and
Dengar for disintegrations.
That might be it. I don't know. I'll have to go back and review.
My GameStop
Pigma.
had Dengar last time I was there. I got to go get Link's Awakening tomorrow. So if you want me to take a look, I'll.
I think I'm gonna download Link's Awakening.
They did they have them for the full $22? Because
Yeah, he
I'm
was-
I'm gonna go visit my friend Amazon for that.
Okay, well then, yeah, it makes life easier.
Anyway, so they had their clearance sales going, and they had these. You ever look at the Disney toy box guys? These guys were $3, $3 or $4 on clearance. So I picked them up. They're fine. They're worth $3 or $4. The Vader that I picked up last year was really good. I liked him. They've steadily declined in quality, so they're okay. I guess for their toy box series, they're meant for little kids, and they're not supposed to be the most robust figures in the world, but they're pretty good.
Did someone say bust?
But there is. I mean, it's Rey. She's not exactly spilling out of her top. And let me see. So they had their clearance sale going. Now, in my previous job before I started where I am now, I worked for Best Buy. And for Best Buy, I did their cycle counts. I did their inventory counts every day. Because of that, I did it for like 5 years. I had trained myself to look everywhere. And I do it to this day, where when I'm walking, it's just like my eyes are constantly flicking to corners and whatnot. I almost said flicking to crevices, and I don't think that would have been received well. Anyway,
I don't know.
Better
What
than
did the wife
counter.
say to that?
Flicking the bean.
she's okay with that. She
Okay.
I'm at the checkout, and down at the bottom below where the register stuff is, I saw the display for the Sphero droids, and I saw it had clearance stickers on them. So I was like, hey, what do you guys have? What's going on with these? So skip to the end of the story. I left and came back because she had convinced me. I did end up picking up the BB-8 Sphero for a little bit more expensive than what Zero offered me last year when they were on sale.
Yeah.
So yeah, before he interjects, yes, he offered it to me at $25, and I said no, and then I ended up buying it for $40. But I got it, and it's really cool. I am glad I didn't spend $150 on it though, for sure.
Yeah. Now, to clarify, I wasn't selling it. Best Buy had them on sale.
Yeah,
last year.
they were available to everybody, and he
Yeah.
happened upon a few of them.
I see Kevin's in the chat. I think he was the one that put me onto it, if I remember correctly. And I had to go all
Thank
the
you
way
for
out to
trying, Kevin.
Columbia to get the R2.
I was
Um,
thinking about
Kevin.
getting the Sphero, and when I ended up getting my daughter the larger one.
the Target one.
Yeah, well, not the Target, but yeah, the one's like about that big, but it has the weird like motor inside. You hold it upside down. To turn it off.
Oh, the Hasbro one.
Yeah. Well, and then there was
Well,
one
she
that was
was-
just. Good.
She was 3 years old at the time, so Christmas I drove it into her bedroom. Well, tried to, because that thing steers like a freaking drunk cow.
Dude, drunk cat. So the last thing I got was the SDCC exclusive. I was on the website at the right time, and I got my Sith Trooper, but it's the one I'm not going to open, I don't think. So I'm going to end up having to get a few of these guys when they come out on Triple Force Friday.
You're not going to open it?
I might. I haven't decided yet.
T-Man, what do you have to say about that?
I actually have the regular First Order Stormtrooper that came out, the first figure they ever offered from The Force Awakens. I still have that sealed in the package too. So it's a thing. I'm done.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on to Chip.
Nightwingham, you are correct. I am a fucker. Thank you.
He's a parts fucker.
Parts fucker.
Well, mine's going to be really short and sweet because I only got one.
He's a trucker. He's a fucker.
One thing
He's
this
a
week.
midnight.
And that's my Mezco Sovereign Knight Batman.
It's interesting. He doesn't have the Underoos.
Batman.
Does he have a wire cape?
exclusive?
He does not have a wire cape. He's got all cloth. It's very similar to the Justice League Batman, or pretty much all the Batman. The only thing is this, like when you looked at it online, I thought that the armor was actually like separate pieces and like had panels. It's just a fabric. It's just two different kind of fabric. So it
Sounds like a skin suit.
It doesn't have like, yeah, it's a skin suit. It doesn't have like the textured armor like the Ben Affleck Batman does. But it is still pretty dang cool. It's pretty much got all the same articulation, double jointed everything. You can do all kinds of.
Is that the PX exclusive or is that the regular release?
Yes, this is the PX.
Yeah, say he looked
I
blue.
can never hold because of the reversals. I don't know what to do with my hands. Yes. There he is. In all his. I was gonna get the black one, the shiny black one, but then I was thinking they're gonna do the Keaton. They're gonna do the Keaton Batman, and that one's kind of like the Keaton Batman, but shiny. So I'm gonna wait for the Keaton Batman to get all black with the yellow. I dig that a lot.
I'd love a.
I went with the blue and the gray.
Batman.
Now, are we all hoping that the Keaton Batman has zero neck articulation?
Yes.
Right? It has to have no neck articulation whatsoever.
Yes, it has to.
In fact, like maybe movable eyes.
A lot of neck articulation. In fact, not only should it have no neck articulation, all of the alternate. Well, it does need to have like the Keaton smirk, but all of the heads should have this basically the same facial expression, just turned at slightly different angles.
Like kind of contorted in the mask a little bit.
Yeah, just replace the whole head whenever you want them to look a little bit to the right or the left.
I've heard
So you're going to have to come with like 12 alternate heads. Which they can do because, for Christ's sake, you get all these batarangs.
It's more than you'd never need.
Tons of guns.
I don't know. I could see someone there trying to finagle the batarangs. Oh, damn it! I dropped it. I'm gonna get another one. Ah, damn it! There goes the other one. TU knows quite well when you drop something in the carpet, it doesn't go any. The space-time continuum bends around where it drops, and it will be on the other
you
side
have
of the
no
house.
idea.
The
I
easiest way
think
to find
I'm actually missing a NECA Predator in this room. That's how bad this carpet is.
But that, I mean, it's close.
Well, I don't know about that, but with something pointy like these, if you just walk around barefoot for a little while, karma and fate will bring them back to you.
See, I've got like one of those plastic. I guess it's a mat underneath my my computer chair. So normally, like when I mess with a figure, not that plastic mat. But yeah, normally I'll mess with figures, and I've got Berber carpet in this room, and I typically find that that mat has come. The plastic mat has come in very handy. So if something drops and I'm messing with it and I'm boxing it, I don't lose it in the carpet.
I have no carpet in here, and the stuff still disappears.
Well, that probably makes it worse because that shit just bounces, man. And
it rolls under things.
There's one thing I forgot to mention going back to my haul. If my wife is watching, she needs to take notice that I did not say she is scared to death that I'm going to sit here and show what I'm looking for right now that everybody here on the panel knows that I'm looking for. I haven't found the one I want yet. So if you're watching, I don't have him. There is no NECA Pennywise in this basement.
That was the whole reason I went to Target today.
I'm trying, man. I appreciate that. I saw the one with
because
the
we all know
we
all know you put it under the bed.
You know what you should do? Did I show you how I redid the bathroom with the art and everything?
Yeah.
So I have that like shelf over the toilet. You should get like just a little shelf, and then like when she goes in there, he's there over the toilet holding the balloon.
So
it could be like a Elf on the Shelf kind of thing.
Yeah.
She said that if she found out that I had it down here, she would come down and throw it away. And I said, that's false. Because to do that, you'd have to actually touch it. And I know she's not going to do that. So it's just going to
stay there. You got to get the one with the bug arms.
That's the one I found today. But I passed on that. Because I want him to be standing there smirking. And that one doesn't have a smiley. It's got the demented smiley face with his eyes going off to the side. I want a regular smirky face. So
just remind me when I was a little kid.
If anybody finds it, hit me. Let me know. It's the original 2017 release. It's just the base Pennywise with the balloon.
I thought it was 2018.
Whatever, but there's three different.
Forget an Elf on a Shelf. He's gonna have a Pennywise on the rise.
Nice.
Well, when I was little, I had the actual Little Buddy. What is that? What it's called? Little Buddy.
My Buddy.
My buddy.
Yeah, My Buddy. I had My Buddy, and that movie came out, and my mom took that thing and threw.
You mean Chucky?
Thing away instantly. It was gone. I had no chance. Like, where's my best friend? In the trash.
And that set the tone for the rest. of
Joe, with your time machine, you should go back and
rescue it.
Just go. Rescue it, but go back to like when she took it, and then like put it in the bed one night when she's asleep with a butcher knife. It's like nice to.
No wonder he's got trust issues. His first best friend got thrown in the trash. His other best friend shoved him aside for a Starscream.
I know. I've had terrible friends.
I have nothing to say about that. I got the Starscream.
All right.
You can't deny it.
Well, moving right along.
Zero, how are you doing?
Oh, we're going with me.
Well, you're next in the
rotation. Oh, okay.
Everybody's. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
How come we haven't done a fusion yet?
I don't know. All right, ready?
You have. You just haven't done it on camera.
This way.
Here we go. And what the hell are we gonna turn into?
Probably
Joe Warden.
Joe Warden. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy and a very hectic week. Tomorrow should be a busy day, but I'm pretty happy that we're almost at the weekend. Hopefully I get to relax a little bit, play some video games. Hopefully, because I got something in the mail today that I pre-ordered a long time ago, and that's the Sega Genesis Mini, and I'm really happy to have this. I was playing some Strider, and I also got one of the 6-button controllers, and I was playing the Street Fighter 2 proper. I'm a big Nintendo fan, huge Nintendo fan, and I actually prefer the Sega Genesis version of Street Fighter 2 over the Super Nintendo one, so it's cool to have that 6-button controller. As for what I got this week, I got a few things. If you hit the notification bell and you check out our other content, you might have seen me do an unboxing of this guy, and that is the Fans Toys Spoiler, which is their version of Breakdown, which is going to be my bot mode version of Breakdown on the shelf. And as you can see here,
because you never want to transform him ever again.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's a neat transformation. It's just like T says in his review, you really need a spudger to get those parts, to pry those parts apart, because he really becomes a compact vehicle. Like I've never seen anything like this. He kind of has like the whole mass shifting element that Parakill, the Unique Toys Lockdown, has. That's what he reminds me of the most, because there's like when you're doing the transformation, there's really like only one logical way most of the parts can go. But unlike Parakill, so the cool thing is, unlike Parakill, he doesn't sacrifice any articulation, and there's some scary bits to it. And I if you saw my unboxing, you saw I had to take a screwdriver to adjust some of the tolerances.
Yeah, everybody has to do that.
Yeah, but
All I just know is it's like when T-Man says, like, when you buy a fan's toys, don't expect fun. It just don't look like fun.
I will say
This one's fun.
Yeah, posing him is fun. Like when you have him in robot mode, like he is not hard to get into a pose. That's why I was like looking at the pictures people put out, and I was like, why are they just putting these static poses? But I mean, you can get him in a lot of really unique, really dynamic poses, and he looks good. He doesn't look flat.
Just like the thumbnail on my chill review.
Yeah. So, are you sending that one back to the bot supplier, or you keeping it?
Yeah, I might have to change my identity. Keep it.
But you didn't keep Motormaster though, did you?
No. I'm gonna have to talk him into bringing it, sending it back to me so I can do a comparison, and then change my identity.
You always pick one up at TFCon, which is not far
now
away.
the spoiler, he's a huge robot, but does his car actually?
Yes.
Yeah.
How the hell does that happen?
It's slightly wider than the regular Lamborghini, slightly.
So is
but
he
they're
like
the same length
size as the X-Transbot?
No, he's in the car mode about.
Yeah,
the car mode. Yeah,
but the robot mode's significantly taller.
Yeah, the robot's tall as a Seeker.
If you watch my unboxing, I do comparisons in car mode to the X-Transbot one, and in robot mode. So,
are you trying to plug your own video?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm trying to plug my own content on this channel. And then what else did I get?
But do you compare him to Tiger Tracks is the question.
Yeah, T watched it live. Did I compare it to Tiger Tracks? No, I did not. And for the record, there is no Tiger Tracks. It's just Tiger Track. It's singular.
It's just like Walmarts for old people.
Yeah,
I got to go to the Walmarts. It's no S, Grandma.
Going to the Best Buys.
Yeah, Best Buys is one. We get a lot.
Zayres. Remember Zayres?
Zayres? No,
yeah,
but
it was
you know
really
what?
Zaire.
You know what I was thinking about the other day was shit.
Buffalo chicken?
Montgomery Ward.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about the other day.
Caldor.
Caldor is
That's spring rolls.
Man, bunch of old men we are.
I know. So let me wrap up what I got. I got both of the newly released Generation Selects. I got Zatar and I got Nightbird. Nightbird is okay. I gotta fix her hips on mine. They're a bit loose. But she's neat. I think T got the better end of the deal. I think the old Nightbird is the better one. But for what she is, she's pretty good and fun.
Did you buy that at Ames?
No, if Ames is still around. No.
Woolworth.
Zatar, I think, is definitely worthy of being in your collection. I think he is one of my favorite repaints, hands down. It's just a really fun figure.
And we all know Woolworth only had GoBots.
Yeah.
There were a couple
They were like a
occasions
big Rite Aid.
when I went to Ames that people were fighting over open containers of underwear. Because I feel like their rule was like if something was open, you got it cheap. So yeah, I
don't know how to respond to that.
But I mean, you just
That's
open
it for
every
me.
day.
I'm gonna go grab. That's what people did. They'd rip open underwear packages and be like, "There's no open. I'll get a discount. Give me a discount, hun."
And nowadays, people go to Walmart and they just don't wear underwear.
Mm-hmm. And they steal stuff. But now it's my turn, I believe. What I got was Zatar, and I connected all this junk to him. I thought we talked to you.
And Joe.
Wow.
But they're the same size in car mode.
That's crazy. Witchcraft.
But outside of that, I got this Yoda on clearance right here.
Yoda's
worth $20.
Offer zero. Darth Maul, you did not.
Oh, he wanted that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, he did.
I didn't know.
For his Sith Lord collection, he must have.
I would
not
say it's
very-
still there, but
If
we
you
told
see it.
Kevin about it. And,
Oh,
yeah.
No. He
And
bought
I got
one.
Anakin. And Sony gave me this set. I don't think I talked about this on here last week.
Who gave you that?
Sony from TM Reviews. Subscribe to TM Reviews.
we gotta get him on
But,
here
yeah.
as a guest. He's
I
good.
told him about it. But yeah, I still haven't opened it yet. I also
That Anakin
got,
comes with what, a lightsaber and an extra head, right?
yes, I don't see anything else.
No dead kids.
No dead kids.
All right.
Unless this is a dead kid head right there.
You know, it could be. Maybe it transforms.
I also got this
I see what Matt's
red
going with.
Beast Morphers Ranger.
Why is he spread eagle? Why are you doing
Because he was
this?
like perching up against the wall. But I could change it to this if you like.
I wasn't complaining. I was just asking.
He's twerking.
What else? I have this here, but it's not mine. Y'all seen the review already. And this company called the Koyo Store sent me these Game of Thrones pins. I already filmed the video. I need to put it up, but I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. Apparently, they cost a freaking lot when I looked them up.
Like,
I was like,
find a
wow,
lot.
they sent me 3 like close to
Oh,
100
those are
bucks.
actually close to that. Oh, that's all the like
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the houses and whatnot.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Wish I had a set like that.
I
Stay
won one of
tuned.
T-Man's contest once, and it made people salty because I'm his friend.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything I even
well.
really wanted. It was just like a little Spider-Man. It was like Spider-Man versus Shocker. I was like, I'll enter. Just to,
Oh yeah. I gave away 2 more of those after that.
I think, didn't I give you something to give away too? Because people were so salty about it.
I think
Yeah, an
you did.
Optimus Prime.
I think I did. I think that was it.
So because I pay attention.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was like so long ago. I was like, what the fuck did I even
Yeah.
do at that point?
No, wait. Now were they
I
salty?
Crying
can't
out
because-
loud, you're talking to a guy who remembers movie lines from 1986. So of course that's true.
Yeah,
That's
you're
easy
doing-
to remember.
What
You're
the
doing better
fuck
than
did
me.
I do wrong?
Now were they salty because you were his friend and won, or because when you won it, you're like, I don't even want this shit.
Well, no, I wasn't like that. I did kind of want it, but I was just like, you know, I'll, because that was like
This
when
is
T was
garbage.
growing his channel, and I'd like appeared in videos, and like people were like, oh, of course, the guy that's in his videos has won it.
Yeah. Oh,
You're like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is totally unexpected.
Yeah, I was.
I did it live too. That was the crazy part.
That was like when I did the first figure action giveaway, and fucking Nate Simmons won it, and I was like, God damn it! I mean,
Mhm.
good for Nate, but
Yeah, Rube and other people have won too. I just don't even mention it now. I just
Yeah.
say who the winner is. But
Nate
I
Simmons
let,
wins how much shit? I mean, he won that
a lot.
Voltron.
yeah,
He plays to win though. Like he
does. You gotta be in
plays
it.
a bunch.
you got to be in it to win. You can't be salty if you don't enter.
That's a
I
world.
don't remember that
live
version of the
figure.
Punisher.
I do. In my brain.
That's the version of the Punisher that's storming Netflix studios because he got canceled prematurely.
I thought it's the one that storms Dragon Con.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Daredevil got picked up. Is going to get picked up again. Same cast.
Where's Coral? What?
World.
How? When?
I'll get the news on the details on that. Keep talking.
I am done, I believe. True Star Screamer, because apparently we missed you.
I missed you too. Oh, right. Sorry. Well, it's been a busy week. I actually got 2 days off for once. Kind of a little surprised on that. But
Who'd you have to kill?
did some good photography. So if you hit my Instagram at True Star Screamer, you'll see some stuff with those Storm Collectibles Ken and Ryu. And got some stuff with these guys. Now, you probably remember last week I had gotten one of the 30-minute mission guys. Well, I ordered a Gundam's 1/124th weapons kit. And this was for Gundam O's, double O's, like the 7 sword style. And so I got the jet backpack and these big blades, and they look absolutely awesome. So
You
if you've
just now ordered them?
I ordered it on Sunday and I built it on Tuesday.
Oh, I thought you already had those parts.
No, not those parts, but then I did get the weapons kit, but then I picked up the red version of one of these guys, and so I gave him the weapons. And I ordered a couple more, but Amazon's been selling out of them, so my stuff got delayed to October, November, and December for the stuff.
Mm.
But I also found Thundercracker. So I've got 2 out of the 3 Seekers. I'll probably never find Skywarp, though, because I think he was online only.
You found them in the store?
I found this guy in a Walmart.
Come to think of it, I've never seen him in the store.
So yeah, I found this guy, which was pretty cool. But I said I'll probably never see a Skywarp.
Are they coming to stores?
I still haven't seen that dude who turns into the Hammer here in North Carolina. So did get my hands on the Lightning Collection 2-pack of Lost Galaxy Red and Psycho Red, which I am very eager because I absolutely love the Psycho Rangers. I thought this was one of the coolest character designs in Power Ranger and Sentai history. Fun fact, my 2 favorite Power Ranger series are actually both Lost Galaxy and SPD because they actually took some time for the non-Japanese stuff of putting like a real plot and a budget to them. And then today I got Lightning Collection Beast Morphers Gold. I ordered this guy pink and Beast Morphers red.
So they morph into beef.
Exactly.
You like
Beef
me,
cake.
bro.
I didn't realize Wendy's was in on the Power Rangers.
That started last
It's gonna be it's an alternate head for one of the Pink Rangers. But since I'm waiting for red because someone told me of a very good deal on red of him only being $15, I was able to roll this guy in for 18 and then the pink for 18. Just got to find Magnet Defender, so I'll have all of this wave. So
There you go.
that's my haul, and it's enough to keep me busy and enough to keep the photo booth active for a while.
And speaking
Unless I start my new project.
Speaking of True Starscreamer, if you guys go to TFCon Reston in a little bit over a month, drop on by. If you see the Figure Action crew, y'all gonna get one of these, the official True Starscreamer trading card, for free, and one of them will be a free drink coupon. But you got to see our pal Pig for Life, Henry Pig.
And if you buy me a drink, I'll autograph it.
Yeah. If you buy David drink,
He's
he
gonna be
will
shocked
autograph
to
your
find
card.
out.
You know, those might be the most sought after exclusives.
Yeah, but yeah, we can say we have a TFCon 2019 exclusive.
Really?
Extremely.
And I will tell you right now, when it comes to that TFCon trivia contest, and I rock it, I mean rock it, that will be worth value.
I think you're underestimating the level of nerd you're going to be up against. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I mean, when I went in 2017, there were people that like knew time frames of G1 cartoons, and I'm like, well, I am not fit for this.
Actually.
well,
Yes.
actually, I will rock it.
What is
I-
the prize for this trivia?
You get to keep your dignity.
I lost that a while ago.
I was gonna say.
You get to keep what remains of your dignity.
You get awarded a trace amount of dignity.
All right, so let's move into some news before we get into our discussion topic.
MP44 is too expensive. Oh no.
Yeah, no, we're done. We're done talking about MP44 for the.
Unicron is still getting extended.
Well, we do have that news.
Bumblebee has huge feet. Oh,
We do have that news.
What the heck happened to Zeta?
We talked about that last week.
Zeta.
God.
Ooh.
All right. So let's
And
get
what's the deal with airplane food?
What's the deal with my bad Seinfeld impression? Why does it not sound like him? So we'll get the non-Transformers news out of the way first. So there is a PX exclusive Mezco Magneto, and I
It
understand
looks
some folks,
awesome.
are excited about it. Joe, are you running the sharing button right now?
I can. You
I
think I'd be
He
prepared?
is. He was not aware of that, but he is.
Magneto looks sexy.
It's because of the extra bacon.
I was gonna say I think I have the ability to share as well.
I
All you
see
gotta
the
do is
red
drop the
Magneto,
screen.
but I know you're looking for a white one.
Yeah. The white one is in the drive.
Yeah, no, I got it there.
So is it not on the
No, I got it. I got
website?
it. I got it. You just got to put me in the. You got to put my screen up.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Kev, Seinfeld is not
Yeah.
the worst comedian ever.
everybody likes him.
So yeah, we got
Why is
this.
he white?
In one comic, he wore a white outfit
Oh.
with short sleeves.
Did it look just like that? Is this
Similar.
accurate?
Dave should be the guy, right?
Yeah, Dave.
Oh,
I
what
stopped
trivia about
reading.
Magneto? What
Well, he
issue
wore
number
that,
was this, and what date was it released?
The House of M.
Was that House of M?
No, that wasn't House of M. I actually
was
read House of
after-
M.
Yeah.
That's
thought
all
this
the
was-
accessories it comes with for Mezco. That's like nothing.
Yeah.
That
I thought this was
the
Moon Knight at first.
I think that was the Magneto. He wore that costume when Red Skull took part of Xavier's brain.
Oh, it's part of Ultimate X-Men.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the costumes he had in Ultimate X-Men. So it's not 616. It's from a Bendis comic, but it's a neat design. It's definitely unique. And whoever Mezco is hired to do their figure photography, I mean, they know how to sell a figure.
And they need to moonlight for Hasbro because Hasbro
I was
knows what the hell
about to
they're
say
doing.
that.
Yeah.
They've gotten a little bit better, but not like this. Not with dioramas.
dude, Hasbro. They posted, I think, on their Instagram, like these how-to pics of like trying recreating comic book covers with Marvel Legends. I don't know if you've seen that, like, but they are getting torn up in the action figure photography groups about how they're overcomplicating things and stuff. It's hilarious.
Nate, I will say with the Hasbro Instagram, like they got a sense of humor on there. They are funny, and I follow them because they do tend to have some kind of sense of humor from time to time with their figures.
But they're doing this one thing where they're like trying to recreate one of the X-Force covers where they've got like Wolverine in the air and somebody upside down, and they're using a whole bunch of fishing line and green screen, and we're all sitting like, that could have been replicated easily with just a couple of bent coat hangers, to use as flight stands. So
there he is. That's the white Magneto. If you don't like the red Magneto, you got the white Magneto.
Hey, did anybody read J.J. Abrams? He and his son wrote a Spider-Man comic together. His son Henry. That came out this week. I read it. It was actually pretty good. It looks like it's setting up its own little universe. Does anybody care about spoilers? It's minor spoilers.
well, I heard that the second story arc that was written by Rian Johnson, so it might not be as good.
I hope not. God, I hope not.
Hold on, I want to read it. I kind of want to read it.
Okay, it's really worth your time. and it looks like it's gonna be an interesting Ben Parker story. So it's
You're
looks like it's gonna be
parts
an interesting father-son story between Peter and Ben, and Ben's coming of age. So worth your time. It's a pretty quick read. And it's probably the first Marvel comic I've read in a hot minute that I've really been excited to see where they go with it.
Oh, dude, you should read Immortal Hulk.
I've heard that's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
my brother
I've
has
heard
been
that's
going
good.
on and on about that.
And then I've heard the new Black Widow run is actually really good. The limited issue that the is it the Saska sisters? Am I saying their name right, or am I butchering it? But I heard that the current run of Black Widow, the miniseries, is actually really, really good. It's a limited run, not miniseries. So Super 7 announced that their TMNT figures at least the pre-orders are coming October 1st. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but they're basically highly articulated highly articulated and detailed recreations of the original Turtles. We've seen these on display. Let me see if I can pull up an image of those.
We got them.
You got them?
It's gonna be a pass for me.
If they had cost less, I'd be a little more interested. But
because I mean, the thing is, they're actually reissuing the original 4 Turtles, and for me, I think that's going to be kind of good enough. In fact, it's a GameStop exclusive. It's only going to cost $40, and you get all 4 original Turtles and just their weapons.
The originals.
The originals.
I want that back.
Well, this is basically the Playmates character design, but with updated articulation, which I think is actually pretty cool.
I want Baxter Stockman.
And you see, that's the thing. There's total appeal to it. It's just, well, okay, NECA's just doing their cartoon style. I'm a little turtled out.
Yeah, I'm cool continuing with the NECA. In fact, I'm selling my Figuarts. I've already got a buyer for those. And the way NECA's been trickling their stuff out, I'm cool with it. Like, I have my NECA movie Turtles, I have my NECA cartoon Turtles, and they tick all the boxes for me. So for another company to come in, and I think Super 7 are if I'm not mistaken, aren't these 8-inch scale?
Oh yeah, they're big, they're bulky.
Yeah,
and again, I think if NECA hadn't been coming out, these things would be flying off the pre-orders.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll get my original toy Turtles, and I'll have a nice little display with my acrylic, riser, where I've got the toy Turtles, I've got the cartoon and the movie Turtles, and then now I need the comic Turtles, and I'm totally ripping off my buddy Jonathan Wayne Davis, who posted that, and I was like, that is a badass display. I need to do that. So
he's a cool guy. He does some amazing art.
He does. So yeah, it's Pointy Peaks PIKS on Instagram. Check him out. But yeah,
tell him we sent you.
Yeah, tell him Figure Action sent you. So that's all we've got for non-Transformer news.
I'm not selling my SH Figuarts Turtle. I think they're better. I want the NECA villains and other characters, but I like their turtles the least.
Cool.
And now we can skip. Now that I said that.
You also bought your Figuarts. You also bought your Figuarts Turtles at the time for $22 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, I like Magic Square.
That's a little guy.
I like the Figuarts Turtles, but it's just the NECA ones. They capture that aesthetic of the video game, and I think they're halfway between the cartoon and the video game, and that's one of the things I really like about them.
That's gonna be a good picture.
Moving into Transformers news. The F5 this to get the link again. So we've been talking about the Fans Toys.
Fans Toys.
Fans Toys Venusaur. However, we got some new shots. It seems like, and if you could go ahead and share my screen back out again, it seems like we got some new shots from X-Transbots of the finally in a new prototype of Gravestone. It doesn't look like anything has changed. Like, I mean, the feet look the same. I mean, this truck mode looks really nice and finished. It's a render.
Is it gonna have a whole trailer?
It's going to have a whole trailer. The trailer is going to be the skeleton of the combined mode.
That makes sense.
So, that's where he's going to differ from the Fans Toys one. But I mean, he's looking.
And so the Fans Toys, if you want to get the fists and the hands and all that, that's going to be a whole separate purchase unto itself.
Right. So, no, it's not going to be a separate purchase. But the last Limbot is going to cost as much as Motormaster did.
Okay.
So that's going to be the big caveat to that, is that when you get that, so they get you on a high, then you go Limbot, and then you get the fourth Limbot, and then it's on a high again. So they kind of commit you there, and it kind of sucks because I don't think I'm the only one. I think a lot of people are happy with their Zeta. So going back to that, right? Like, these guys are not leaving my collection at all, and they're light. So I know that if this guy is hanging off of a limb, he's not going to have that much impact because he doesn't weigh that much. This dude weighs a lot. And if you want to see how much he weighs, check out T-Man's review, because he does weight comparisons. And I worry about this guy, and he just has, it appears like the one piece that's on his spoiler that actually forms like the collar behind his head, that looks like it's going to be the connector point. And this is a very heavy car. I mean, it weighs as much. It feels like one of those old Maisto diecast cars. You guys remember those?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I have a few of them motorcycles.
Yeah, that's right. You got them for Bulma.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think that the X-Transbots one is going to be a better combined figure. And I also think that at scale, it's very close to the Zeta. And I like the fact that the cars are the same size as the Fans Toys one. So I think with Fans Toys, you're going to get better individual robots. With X-Transbots, you're going to get a better combined mode, and you get more fun transformations. I really don't think you can go wrong with either one. The only place I think you can go wrong is with DX9. That's my personal opinion. If you have the DX9, I like it.
Right.
Yeah. But
I don't think I weighed him in that review, and now I was just looking at the scale, and now I don't know where it is.
what? You don't think you weighed the? I thought you weighed. Spoiler.
I may have. I do too much.
Go to T-Man's review to see if he did or not, and tell us in the comments.
After this video.
After this video.
Sportus said Road King himself is the big worry, and he weighs a lot. I agree there. For that to just be like sitting inside the torso. I mean, I remember when everybody got their Fans Toys Omega Supremes. Like, some people had really floppy hips. And T, I think yours was one of the ones that was a little bit floppy. Mine was okay, but then when I got the Guardian repaint, my Guardian repaint actually has like stability issues.
Yeah, my Omega Supreme, getting him to stand up is a nightmare.
So
Nate Simmons, who actually documents the internet, can tell us that
he didn't weigh spoiler. I have.
Well, I got a scale right now.
He's going to do it live.
He's going to do it live. Shit.
It is 331 grams and 11.4 ounces.
Now you all know.
That is less than MP44, who is 15.3 ounces.
Who is too expensive? Oh no, wait.
All right.
Where is his diecast? It's in there.
It's that if you pop his like ab crunch open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, Joe's Batman now. It's that strut. So like that piece that like goes in. That's diecast.
The cold touch technique isn't working for me.
That's because you're just too hot-blooded.
And I'm supposed to be chill.
Funny how that worked out. So we'll get into the rest of our Transformers news now. Hasbro released some official transformation videos this past week. Among them, they had Spinister. They had
Astro Train.
I believe, Astro Train was the big one, and the other was Crosshairs, and I believe Impactor was also featured there.
Was Astro Train the big one? The big one?
The big one, yeah. So that's that one kind of gets me. It's like we had some complaints about Masterpiece, Siege Shockwave being a little bit small, and it looks like we're going to see the same with Astro Train. Now, Astro Train does have some interesting engineering, but with figures like Impactor, that's about the same size as the deluxe class, and then Springer, which is a surprisingly heavy figure with a lot of engineering and a lot of panels.
I think they're spreading what they can do around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, that's gonna be like a $50 figure.
Yeah, but his little canister thing, that little trailer he has, is way bigger than what Shockwave comes with, and he has more weapons.
He does have a lot of weapons, which I do like.
In person, I know I'll be feeling like, oh crap, I just paid $50 for a Voyager with an upgrade kit.
Yeah. But then we kind of get back into the whole thing where it's a figure like I think Springer came with the right amount of accessories.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and we're getting into a figure with unnecessary accessories that the price is being jacked up for stuff it really didn't need to come with.
I think they wanted to force in the leader class, but they wanted to keep the scale at the same time.
Yeah,
that's right. That's what they did with Shockwave too. And you got to think like they could almost, I wouldn't say get away with it, but it would be more understandable if Springer didn't come as a Voyager. You know, like you guys were saying, he works really well. Right amount of accessories. It's a heavy figure. The parts counts are right. You know, it's good. It's good bang for your buck. And maybe it was too good. Maybe this is the counterpoint to that break even. Maybe they lost money, so to speak, on a Springer, and they're making it back on an Astro Train. I've just no clue. I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Megatron's heavier than Springer.
I know. I don't think they lose money on anything. By the way, I'm just saying, like as far as
just Pokemon.
as far as return on investment, I wonder if that's the case. Considering that Springer works so well, and he's no reason why.
I just saw that Tomy is selling some type of weird Popples type automated creature thing here in the U.S. I saw a commercial when I was watching some video where you do some stuff to it and then it like evolves into a bigger monster. And then they're like, from Tomy. And I was like, hold it.
Isn't that called raising a child?
It sounds like it. But they slapped Tomy on it. It looked like a Popple type creature.
I remember Popples.
I used to love them. I used to be embarrassed. I was like, I want one of them. Because back then you couldn't play with anything that seemed like girls' toys.
And now to your 15,000 subscribers, you do a toy hunt where you're like, hey, look at this doll I'm probably going to end up picking up. No one gives a shit anymore.
No. It's me that
because he keeps saying he's going to give it to his daughter.
Right, exactly.
Don't know, but 15,000 people don't believe that, man.
Well, the cashiers think when I buy toys that I'm buying it for my kids.
Do you ask for a gift receipt? Be like, yeah, I don't know if they have this or not. I'm just going to get a gift receipt.
You want to get a receipt? Nah, it's okay.
I'm like, oh no, this is from me. Oh,
Meanwhile, they try to ring it up and it's street dated, and they're like, "Sorry, sir, we can't sell this to you." He's like, "This figure street date was pushed out, and now it should be released, and you didn't see the latest news on this, and it's already out over in Oregon." And I'm like, yes, sir.
Why do you know so much, sir?
You need to give this to me. Shartimus is about to review this. I need to get it out tonight.
I brought another figure with the same price point that says a scannable UPC on here.
I've been getting lucky with Shartimus and MGO. They seem to hold back on their reviews now. Like Shartimus just reviewed MP44.
You should get them both on this show, and we can ask their opinions.
Oh boy, I might be able to swing Shartimus with MGO.
I don't think MGO is really somebody that likes to interact with the community.
Let's move on.
So yeah, to get back to Astro Train, I do think it's cool that he, the pieces of him do integrate with both modes. Well, all three modes really. But for a leader figure, I really don't like how the back of that shuttle cleans up. It's really gappy. I don't know. I'm gonna get it, but
only thing I don't like about Astro Train is you could clearly tell they left two pegs there so you can put a cover over the space shuttle mode.
Right.
And it doesn't come with that cover. I think they probably planned for that trailer thing to become that, but then they decided to make it a trailer so it can be longer.
And when they leave that stuff in, that's just opening up the door for third party to make a buck on that.
Yeah, they probably there's like the third party's gonna help us out.
Yeah. Impactor.
So we can take a $60 figure and turn it into a $75 figure.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when I was worried about how hollow Impactor looked, but then seeing that he's like damn near the same size as Springer, I was like, all right, bring him on.
Yeah. And he has a ton of engineering still.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the turret still rotates. That amazed me.
So moving on to some official Masterpiece. The Masterpiece Bumblebee 2.0 got delayed till November, which we're not sure whether it's early November or not. However, Black Arachnia is still slated for a November release, and I was wondering, do you guys think that she's going to get delayed? Do you guys think, and again, not to beat the dead horse, that is MP44, does anybody think that some of the paint and QC issues that people had with MP44 is potentially why they might be holding off on this release?
I think they're still trying to figure out how to transform his feet. And
I don't think that they're going to go, because he's had a sample go out. It appeared to be a factory leak. I don't think that they're going to re-engineer him at all. Now, I think that they could have put another hinge in there to make those feet just compact up once more.
I think they probably held it back so people can buy enough MP44s and not complain, or keep having enough money to buy that Unicron.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point. Is that I think that the MP44 release, I think that they might have realized you got to pay up front for Unicron. That's the thing. You have to have the money available. And could people do that when MP44 was out?
Yeah, that's $1,000 worth of Transformer.
Right. And the thing was,
and you only get two.
Yeah.
And they have everybody on the hook for your pre-orders. If you're gonna buy MP44 Black Arachnia Bumblebee, you're gonna buy it whether it's done this month or next month. Or
right.
Unicron is a jump on it or it's over.
Right, exactly. We had no idea Unicron was coming. We had no time to save.
Liver?
Well,
yes.
MP44, you had time to save. Like I said, I had time to put $8 away a week to save for that.
Unicron's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I mean, at least with MP44, you got your commitment. Like you said, you knew it was coming. You knew it was a Masterpiece level figure. You had a couple things. You had a couple expectations.
We knew the price was going to be high. We knew what the price was, and we had close to 8 months to get it done.
Yeah.
Actually, more than 8 months to get it done because it initially got delayed. But
And it's the fact that Unicron is in the Siege category. I mean, and to be blunt, yeah, people just shelled out $400. I think they're spacing them out so people can actually pay for these things.
yeah, Nate says that's why he sold a ton of stuff to fund 2 Unicrons. I mean, technically, your one Unicron is going to fund the other one because when that thing comes out and people that missed out on it decide that they want one. That's the crap part too. Is
$2,000.
I imagine we're going to see a lot of them for about $1,300. I think is going to be the average.
Nate's going to be labeled a scalper.
I'll give you an Armada style Unicron for $200 to scratch that itch.
I mean, the funny thing is, we're going to have to go through 2020 and some change to get to that Unicron. Like, it's going to wrap up at the end of October. I suppose we can get into our last bit of news before we go into our discussion. They opened up the crowdfunding to Europe, which they should have had in the first place.
Agreed.
True.
They should have had Europe and Asia, and I think this thing would have been funded had they opened it up to those folks. There's so many Transformers fans in Europe. TF Nation is
now
huge.
They're bitter.
Yeah, they're bitter, but I mean, the fact of the matter is they don't have to pay an arm and a leg. You got to look at it as like, for the people that can't pay for this thing up front.
Another arm and a leg.
An armada and a leg. The people that, were in Europe, they were looking at it like they were going to have to pay the $1,300 to get it. They were have to find somebody on the secondary market willing to sell it. And I think it's good that they opened it up to them because
how does this look then logistically? Because you have the overseas resellers that ended up putting out pre-orders for them that people could get through. Then those issues. Now, this is all speculation. Then those orders got transferred to Hasbro for that big jump that they had right before the crowdfunding ended, right? So those people got counted, but then now all of a sudden you have an official channel that you can get it from overseas.
But you gotta remember too, some of these stores that allocated numbers, it's not going to make a difference. If people cancel the pre-order, somebody else is going to pick it up. So like BBTS could be selling it for $800, but that just means people have until 2021 to save that money. They can't afford the upfront cost.
In 3 days, they only sold 16 more because it was stuck at 5,666 for a while.
Well, so that's the thing, though, right? How much? But okay, so we got the initial announcement. We got the transformation video. We got the Galvatron release, and then the head gimmick, right? And now we have the overseas thing. That's it. Where's the hype about this thing? Why aren't they pushing this with every fiber of their being through every channel that they've got and exposing us to commercials and one-page ads on their Facebook page and all this shit? Social media is a thing, guys. Like, they're real good about putting some stuff out. I mean, it's shockingly little that we hear about this.
I think this.
I don't know. People still keep sharing that story with me.
Well, you're in the community, like you're front and center on it, though, right? You're involved in it, as opposed to just some tangential kind of person that's just kind of on a whim would want it or even consider.
Tangential.
That's not. Yeah, I know. I kind of put a word together. As opposed to someone being plugged into the community.
That should be your name is Tangential Ben.
I don't think I could change my name halfway through, but if I could, I would. So everybody get a piece of tape out and just cover my name and write that in on your screens at home. So you too get to participate. I don't know. I feel like we should be seeing more of it, like more videos about it. I know they've released some, John Warden did some questions on it, and they took some questions from the community, but a making of, like Nate Simmons says, a making of book, something. We know that the Barge came with a really nice making of book. I don't know if they were expecting that or not.
I don't think so. That was their first crowdfund. I mean, people didn't know what to expect.
Right. So
tell people to be 8,000.
They set arbitrary budgets. it had to do with the fact that it was like a certain million. It was like what, $4.3 million
for the amount they're actually going to need.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I think at this point this thing is going to be made no matter what.
$4.6 million.
I think they're gonna fudge the numbers towards the end if there's not, or they're gonna do something to push it. This thing is gonna be made. I some of the videos out there said that they showed their hand by pushing the date back, and I think that's true. I think this is gonna get made no matter what.
Yeah. I think the thing is like, you know, the Asian market is gonna eat it up.
Nice.
And they haven't been allocated in there, and I think that's probably how they'll fudge the numbers. And be like, yeah, well, Takara Mall bought the remaining 2,000 of them, because 2,000 is a small number in the grand scheme of things. What happened to Joe?
Joe's in stream jail. He's a figure action jail.
For once, it's not me.
For once, it wasn't you.
Now news. I mean,
So yeah, now we can get into our YouTube discussion topic. And why are they trying to take away my monetization? I worked so goddamn hard for it.
No.
Now that I've been reading more into it, it kind of blew the steam out of all these stories. Like even the tweet earlier that was worried about them taking the certification away from people. They're not really doing that. The verification.
Yeah. So T,
that's not what's really happening.
You're our resident YouTube superstar. Why don't you give the folks who might not be in the know the background of what's going on with YouTube, their changes, and what the paranoia is?
Well, apparently YouTube was fined a whole lot of money because of their algorithms that target certain ads towards certain users, and children were targeted with toys and stuff that they would want to buy, and you're not supposed to advertise to kids or some junk like that. So now, instead of fixing their algorithms to make sure that you wouldn't get certain type of ads on toy-related content or toy-related videos, they're deciding that they're going to change everything and try to or this is what I thought, but now that I've been reading into it, I think starting in January there's going to be an option that you have to pick where when you upload a video, where you have to pick, is this a child friendly video? Like, can this be on YouTube Kids? And if it can, you're supposed to select that. And but I think they still go in on the back end and review your video to make sure it's kids friendly, because they're going to be suggesting that parents use the YouTube Kids app for their kids. And but I guess if you pick that, they're gonna start giving you certain ads that's relevant to what you're putting out there. And I don't know, if you don't pick it, I'm not sure what's happening.
I think the simple thing is to Thundercats bloopers. The really important thing is that if you're aimed at adult collectors, to be transparent about it. There was a big change to YouTube and other sites outside of YouTube. I want to say about 4 to 5 years ago, with game reviewers having to be transparent about where they got the review copies from. And in order for them to get monetized, they had to say how their copy was provided. And now it's just kind of a very matter of the fact thing.
Yeah, that's a rule too on YouTube. If you have a promotion at all in a video, you're supposed to say it or have it up on the screen at some point.
So I think if your content isn't aimed at children, I mean, wouldn't the best way to state that not only be, one, selecting it's not appropriate for YouTube Kids, and two, stating, hey, this is a channel aimed at adult collectors, and while while my content may be family friendly, the products that I choose to promote are aimed at an adult collector. I don't.
The wording is kind of broad, though. Because it's seeming like if like you have Spider-Man, who is definitely kids love freaking Spider-Man, you might have to choose unless you're in there cursing and farting. But then you can't even curse on YouTube anyway.
But,
so it's like.
So here's the irony, right? Is I was talking about Spider-Man #1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a gory comic where people die, and the thing starts out with like Peter Parker and bones are literally sticking out of his arm, and what happens when? And I understand that the comic market has kind of become a niche, and everybo's like, "Oh, the MCU," that's all they know is Spider-Man.
That's how they sound.
Yeah. I have 3 feet of Kevin Feige's dick up my ass. But that's if you pick up a comic book, comics are not kid friendly. I know they kind of have like their own self-regulation.
They used to be. I don't think they don't use that regulation no more.
Comics used to be kid friendly maybe in the 60s and 70s, but when you got into the 80s, that grew with the audience. Yeah. Yeah, in the 80s, 90s. I remember the first time I picked up a Lobo comic in the 90s. And
90s was that's just a whole different time.
Yeah, it was a whole different ballgame. But I picked up a Lobo comic, and he went to some planet, and people were being tortured, and they were having their tongues cut off and getting castrated. And I was like, "What is this?" I never seen anything like it. And then Spawn became popular, and I read that.
Spawn was never Comic Authority.
One of the first comics I read, I forgot which. It was a female X-Men. She was about to get raped in the freaking van, and Wolverine happened to come upon that, and I was like, "Oh crap, they're dead." And then basically, in the next panel, everybody's murdered.
I do know that friend of the show, Matthew Deluxe Baldwin, was actually taken in by the FTC earlier because he was not upfront that he had children's content on his channel.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss him.
If you can help Matthew make bail, please contact us.
Like prison floor time.
Well, you say it like that, but here's the thing. So I don't have a lot of videos on YouTube. I've got a few, but I don't have a lot of successful ones, with the exception of one really big one, which is I did a tutorial video of taking out the orange plug out of Megatron.
Which one?
Out of Masterpiece Megatron.
I think
that's like my one big YouTube video. But in that video, I've got my daughter helping me out.
Oh yeah, if you have kids in there, they consider that like kid friendly too.
Exactly. Like that would automatically, based on their algorithm, would make that kid friendly.
But not everything that's got kids in it is kid. Get that Anakin figure back out.
Right. I mean, it is an R-rated movie, and it
slaughters them all.
It features children. I think one of the biggest problems is that somebody I was watching that does political commentary said, the problem with YouTube is that YouTube is making it them-tube, where large cable networks and celebrities are allowed to do whatever. They're not held to the rules, the same standards that everybody else is held to. So independent political commentators, they're not allowed to, if there's something that's happening in the news, they're not allowed to use words like sexual or rape or terrorist. YouTube automatically deranks and demonetizes them, and it's up to them to do their own promotion. And it sucks. It really sucks, because the whole point of YouTube and the reason YouTube became a staple was it was a place where you could go see independent creators and view unique, original content that was made by people, helpful things. And now it's like you go to the front page of YouTube and it's CNN, Fox News, Jimmy Kimmel. What's the other douchebag? Colbert.
Extra Zero Reviews.
Right. Extra Zero Reviews.
Wrong.
If I was front page of YouTube, I'd be.
You know what?
He wouldn't care what you called him.
In some cases, it depends on what you watch. Because a lot of stuff people tell me that they see on YouTube, I don't see any of that. But I did watch that guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's true what you're saying, because YouTube. Think about it. If years ago someone said, "Hey, on this thing called the internet, we're going to have a website where you can have your own TV station and put on anything you want on your station as long as you make it." That's an incredibly powerful thing that I think it's got.
Yeah.
You know, it's run away with. It's got the corporate greed now, and it's not that it didn't always have that before, but now they see the dollar signs everywhere.
They didn't have streaming competition back when they started letting people monetize, and it was only exclusive people. But then after a while, they started letting anybody monetize, and then after they did that, they fell into more competition. So what I feel like that they're doing is they're politely telling us, "Hey, quit YouTube," without telling us.
They're just trying to muscle you out little by little.
Yeah.
See, I think you're right, and I think the reason why is there's so many streaming services now, and I think someone at YouTube thinks that becoming a streaming service, like Apple just came out with their streaming service. I want to say NBC is coming out with one. CBS has CBS All Access, and I'm like,
NBC is called Peacock.
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah, you have Disney Plus coming out, and it's like we're getting into this area now where it's like if you thought cutting the cord was a good idea, you're just going to have like all these other streaming networks, and it's going to be worse than cable. It's really going to be worse than cable.
Me personally, I'm just going to miss a bunch of shows because I don't care.
I'm not saying what I may sail the seven seas to see certain things that I want to see. Like, I don't want to get CBS All Access, but I'll see Picard one way or another.
Right.
You know, and I think that they're going the wrong way about this, and I think they started experimenting with YouTube Red, and they got some success with Cobra Kai, but I think a lot of their original series they just kind of go down the drain. I think YouTube should not have lost sight of what made them popular from the get-go. I think that they're looking at what other people are doing, what other companies are doing, and shooting for that. When I think that what's going to happen is they're going to get lost in the shuffle, and just kind of like with social media, where Facebook swept in when MySpace lost sight of what they were doing.
Right, one misstep is all it takes, and they'll be overtaken by something else.
You guys might laugh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say you guys might laugh at this, but I honestly think that the guy that's behind Pornhub is going to create a streaming site where people can just come in and independent creators can do whatever.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh no, I was watching a fantastic little thing on these guys I watch called Internet Today. They have the infrastructure, they have the data modeling, and in fact, Pornhub has to police itself more than anybody else does to make sure that yes, while the fact they're putting on pornographic content, it still can't be illegal pornographic content. So they actually have a better algorithm for that as well. So yeah, the guys who make they should just call it the hub, and
so you can't accidentally get yourself arrested searching porn.
Yeah.
So why don't we just make our own streaming or a video sharing network? Can't we just link all our PCs together and just get it up and going? Except for you, Dave. Your internet sucks.
I know.
You got a new router. Actually, you've been pretty stable this whole time. You haven't frozen.
Don't jinx them.
Yeah, don't jinx them. But
nothing smoking so far.
I think that's like a big market. If someone comes out like McJuggernuggets, who's a big YouTuber, he's leaving YouTube. I know recently, I think Twitch is also owned by YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, or Google.
No,
Twitch is owned by Amazon.
Yeah,
and Ninja left that for Microsoft's. But I think there's for someone to come out, there's a there is going to be like that. There's that blue ocean thing, where the blue ocean market strategy, where right now it's like YouTube is just devaluing independent creators, Vimeo really doesn't have the strength. There's Periscope and other things out there, but really there needs to be something that's an alternative to YouTube that supports independent creators and gives them a fair shot and fair use. Fair use is a big one because there are a lot of people that are automatically demonetized when they actually are. There's fair use if they have an audio clip or a video clip. I mean, there have been so many people that have tried to do movie reviews. The movie reviews don't have the same impact as someone who's able to use clips from the movie, because the studios will flag those and bully the creator and bully them through the service, be it YouTube or Vimeo.
I found out it wasn't the movie creators. It's the guys who have the right. It's the advertising agencies.
Right. And even there, it sucks because it's free advertising for the movie, whether it's good or bad. I mean, IGN did a review of Rambo: Last Blood and said it's offensive, and I said I want to see it more.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about this at all last week?
No.
So it just occurs to me that do we know what spurred this now?
Yeah.
The FTC.
So, but why? Why the FTC now?
Because they were bored.
So basically, back in the day, for example, when we watched Transformers, FTC, you basically could not put an ad for Transformers toys during Transformers the show.
Sure. Okay.
That's kind of the crux of it. But what ended up happening is you got somebody like T-Man reviewing Bumblebee, and then there would be a Hasbro toy commercial in front of his ad. Because the algorithm said, he does toys, here's a toy ad.
And the kid watching it probably watches a whole bunch of other only toy stuff.
You know what gets me?
But that's the dumbed down version of it. That's the dumbed down version of what happened.
I asked that because it occurred to me that the real issue here.
Wait, I forgot the other part.
Good.
So that's been happening. And then one day someone at the FTC said, hey, this is happening. And they're like, yeah, that is. Fine Google. And Google got fined and had to pay the money.
No,
it wasn't the fact that the kids and the advertising was happening and then, oh my gosh, this is unethical. It was the fact the FTC fined them for a whole ton of money. And they're like, okay, we just lost more money. Let's stop doing this.
Is everybody overlooking the fact that in the past few weeks, past month really, maybe a little more, that YouTube has been flooded with videos of content creators dismembering children on their channels? Blatantly. Gory dismemberment of kids. I mean, I hate to point names, but T-Man, Startimus, they've all done it. Every MP44 video shows Spike falling apart whenever somebody touches a leg, and you rip him from limb, like Jordan said.
They never actually said what his age was. You just knew he was.
Yeah, Carly wasn't safe either. You ripped that chick to shreds, didn't you? It's your fault. This is all your fault.
He ripped her to shreds, but that's on his other channel.
You should have.
Go check it out.
So Noble Young said T-Man's porn toys. T said not happening, but I'm a Pornhub premium member, and I happen to see otherwise.
Well, this week's free.
Yeah, this week is free.
That's what occurs to me.
How come when Spike's legs came off, nobody put him in Chip Chase's wheelchair?
I put Carly in there.
Chip was using it until someone posted a video of Sunstreaker flipping him out of the chair, which everybody seemed to do.
No, one thing that was driving me crazy when watching people's reviews is they knew Spike. They kept saying Sparkplug is the good one, but they're trying to force Spike to be the guy that sits in the chair. I'm like, just put Spike down and use Sparkplug.
I mean, so what you're saying is MP4 is overpriced. Is that the problem here?
Yeah, totally. I should have bought TE, but I'm stupid.
Yeah, me too. But I know I'm stupid.
I'm waiting for the cheaper versions of MP44 to come out, and then TE and Magic Square. are going to be like cheap.
But Joe
is
is
the
the
best.
dumbest one of all because he's got all three of them.
Or am I the smartest?
Smartest.
Well, considering that you have all three of them, I would actually say smartest.
Hold on here.
Options are good.
Well, speaking of options, you're talking about what's going to be happening. I mean, you got different people. I don't know if you watch Chefatron. He had his little video saying how he has to try to diversify his channel.
I'm personally going to just wait. I'm going to wait till the day and see what happens.
I mean, but then you got people like Shardamus, but he's got a Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the people who've got active Patreons won't be as affected already because they've already kind of written it off because that's why they got Patreons.
Some people also have day jobs too. Like T has the day job, Vault Matrix.
MGO, this is this whole thing.
But
they also get sponsorships too.
But then you got your Shenlongs, you got your Ophthalmotomuses who.
Fuck him.
But you've got.
I know, but I have to say it.
Okay.
That's the thing, though, right? I mean, I appreciate the amount of work that someone has to put in to make a channel be their livelihood. But I say that to say this: that is a really dicey way to go, considering you live and die by this company's guidelines.
And then you got also the kids. Then you also got the guys, the kids.
You can change them immediately at any point.
Well, like my daughter watches this guy Unspeakable who does this Minecraft stuff, and the dude's got a house bigger than mine. His studio is a whole different apartment. Huh?
He's probably not going to get touched.
Yeah, I'd say like
because they're going to be losing about 90% of their ad revenue.
I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah. Well, everybody gets all doom and gloom with this stuff.
Because it sounds like from what I was reading, they're just going to put different commercials with the content. Yeah. They might lose the ability to put comments, but you can always tell them to go to Twitter or something to comment.
Well, what about people like Jobby? Jobby isn't he full-time YouTubing now?
Yeah, but he didn't exactly have a job before. He's kind of a spoiled kid that lives with his dad still, and he's transparent about that. He lives in a very nice house.
Patreon then.
Yeah.
Patreon is what's helping him.
Yeah.
So I guess I did mention the Patreon people, so they're kind of that.
I ain't making no money on YouTube anyway.
And he doesn't have to buy anything. I would say like 95% of what he reviews is stuff that people have sent to him, including sponsors.
True. Good point.
And he has a year's worth of content.
Yeah.
Okay, how many people do we have in the chat right now?
13.
Okay.
Including me.
12.
And Sportimus, Jobby is not, he's more than a borderline perv. If you follow him on Twitter, he just like flat out is doing like hentai and furry shit.
So,
oh my.
To you people in the chat, question. Because I've been trying to set things up. Like I said, I mentioned earlier today about doing a side project. Mind you, I have no idea what the hell I'd be doing with it. But of actually doing live reviews on Twitch. Because that could be a possible alternate thing to YouTube. So you guys who are watching right now, I can't read the comments. Could someone read the comments for me? If I did a live Twitch on Saturday, do you think there would be interest in that?
You should promote it, but I would watch it.
But just in general, like if I said this right now to you guys, just the 12 of you, not just.
So Sportimus asks, is it Twitch live reviews only?
I don't even have Twitch on my phone.
Well, I don't know what Twitch is.
You're old.
Twitch is, well, because here's the thing. Like I said, Twitch, of course, is what people do. A lot of those professional video gamers do to live cast their video games. But my wife has been watching it for a lot other types of live streamers. There's one lady who does cooking live on Twitch. There is, believe it or not, there's these two guys. There are bounty hunters who sit there with cameras on them, and when they go catch a skip, they are live streaming those as well. One guy just got booted. His name was Steve IRL. can't remember who the other one is. But my wife was hooked on that kind of
It
stuff.
seems easier to get booted from Twitch too, because people can just randomly complain because they're jealous.
Well, I mean, right now, as I said, I've just been kind of figuring out the software, but I would just probably sit there and it'd be absolutely horrible with no production value of setting up my phone not in portrait mode. Don't worry, I do know I can turn my phone sideways.
No, you don't.
But I'm just doing like a live review. Do you think, in general, there would be an audience for that?
What about Facebook?
So Nathan said he'd watch it, but
Are there
Raphael
other
Holloman
toy reviewers
says,
on there?
Not
There
on
are
Twitch.
not.
Noble Young lost his login. Sportimus says Mixer is he said it's all live stream. I know Mixer's what Ninja just went to. That's Microsoft's streaming service.
I'm sorry, Noble Young. I gotta call you out on this. There's a little link that says "Forgot my password," and they send you an email, and in less than a minute, you'll have a new
It could also be a joke. But
And actually, you can watch Twitch without having logging into it. That's the thing.
So here's a thought. Let's rephrase this. If True Starscreamer went to the Figure Action page on Saturday and embedded his Twitch stream, would you guys watch it that way?
If it pops up in my notification.
Because the whole idea is this. Again, I'm just talking about alternatives to YouTube. Because, as I mentioned before, someone like Emgo, who does a review where he basically takes the figure out of the box and puts it in front of there and records it. He doesn't edit it. So that would be a direction for them.
Here's my hot take. My hot take on all this is that the first YouTubers, that were doing toy reviews, at least in the Transformer space, or even outside of it, we'll talk about like Piot, Vault Matrix, Sean, whether you like him or not, Sean Long. All these people were doing this stuff as a passion project. They weren't doing it with monetization in mind. And I think it sucks that YouTube makes it hard if you just want to do it as a passion project. And like Figure Action, we're not getting monetized anytime soon. It'd be great if we could, because then I'd love to go back to paying for fire shirts. We actually do need to get on shirts. I need to redesign the logo. Unless anybody out there wants to help redesign the logo.
I like our logo.
I still want a black shirt with the purple space on it.
Yeah, we'll get that on there. We can do that.
So, as far as Patreon goes, can't you do a Patreon and then have all your members of your Patreon be in your live stream? Even if, let's say, you're doing a podcast like we do, and they're in your live stream, but then you don't actually just broadcast that live. That's just like a private thing. Can't you then say like that's your bonus content or whatever? Then can't you?
That's exactly what it is.
Chop that up, edit it up, and put it like 10, 15-minute long videos on YouTube or Twitch or whatever it is.
I think most of them never put
YouTube at all.
That's what Bobby Skullface does. That's what the For Dummies things is. It's For Dummies things is one snippet of his Patreon only.
See, I come up with good ideas. I just come up with them like 6 months too late.
You were just about to warn us about Pearl Harbor, weren't you?
Yes. I don't know if you guys.
You got to remember, you don't want to do that completely, because then that kind of defeats the purpose of the Patreon. Because people just wait for you to put the other version out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even ever put the video out.
Remember, a wise man once said, "If you're good at something, you don't do it for free."
I don't have that problem.
Which, by the way,
that's why this stream is free.
Exactly. Now we do need to get it back. I do need to take the time to get on Anchor FM. Anchor FM is free for the non-video folks out there. I know when we were on Podbean, we did have actually we had a decent number of folks listening, but not being monetized and having. I'm not Mr. Moneybags, regardless of what people say. So I couldn't exactly just keep fronting the Podbean cost.
He keeps it in sacks, everybody, not bags. They're sacks. He's Mr. Money Sacks.
Yeah, Matt, you've been to my house.
You don't want to say that right after I said sacks a bunch of times.
I did it
He
anyway.
left the sacks upstairs.
Yeah, he did.
You guys didn't see the upstairs, and that's probably why you're saying that.
Yeah, that's where we'll never see it because that's where the
We know
sacks-
you buy that high class furniture from Rooms to Go.
No, I bought it from Ashley Home Furniture.
Sorry,
Wayfair.
Sorry.
What?
Fine. I actually made some. I have those pictures somewhere. I made
Scones?
some mock-up shirts.
And
But okay, and this whole Twitch thing, that was not me like plugging a new channel yet, but
No, you're experimenting on separate, on another platform that you're.
he's
thinking you're on.
experimenting, and he's on Gay for Patreon.
There we go.
That was a terrible joke.
that was horrible. Now the only reason I actually want to talk about if I could build up a Twitch audience, because I was actually thinking of when we go to TFCon, is to actually then Twitch at TFCon.
There's a shirt.
Hey, buy our shirts.
Bow, bow, ba-da-da-dum, bow,
Well,
bow,
let's get them on
bow.
Teespring.
I think that's spot on.
Yeah, let's get them on Teespring, and then we can each get one in time for
How
for
much?
next month. I think they were like $30 on Teespring.
We can get
Turn
them.
it down.
That's what it costs to buy them off of Teespring. I don't know how much
Turn
they
it
get
down.
off.
And don't forget, folks, we are about a month away from TFCon.
I think we can decide on what the price will be,
Uh,
but of course you don't want to make them super crazy high because nobody gonna want
I'm worried about no one gonna want it anyway. But yeah,
it. NATO buy
Hi,
one.
I'll give you $1 to wear this shirt.
Right.
Nah, it's okay.
Is
and
Winston in here?
Sportimus is going to be
You
at
better get one
TFCon,
too.
so he's more than welcome
And
to come and hang
Kevin.
out with us. Kevin says
Kevin.
upstairs is where all the black people are. Oh my God, Kevin, that is racist.
we can't confirm, Kev. We didn't get a chance to see up there.
Oh.
There was some shuffling and some muted voices, but I don't know.
Are they still alive up there?
Oh, jeez.
He let me
And
downstairs.
this is why I
was
live in a
stressing.
ranch.
What is
No.
do we have any other news topics? Let's just check that old document there.
I think we're done.
No,
I think we've been done.
we ended on a
What is
racist note.
Quick, go to Toy Ark. Go to Toy Ark. What's on Toy Ark?
Toys. Where will Figure Action be found at TFCon? We're going to be at TFCon in the hotel. Do we have a table there? No, but
No.
Well, yes, it's actually the table that they have set up there already. That's got the glasses and the taps.
Yes,
That-
we will
that's
be
gonna
at the
our
bar.
table.
Yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
make
We
our
will be
own
at the
table
bar
like that guy
holding
did.
our own panel there.
yeah.
And
I will
then,
say,
I will
will
be
say-
killing it. I'll be rocking Jeopardy.
will say,
Rocking it.
after having Paco on, we'll probably try and weasel our way into the podcasters panel. At least a few of us, since it doesn't seem like that many people actually volunteer for that. So we'll try and get over
Oh.
there.
Let's do what that one dude did and just bring our own table.
Yeah, I've been talking to Balt on Balt Matrix on Twitter, so I'll hit him up. We'll try and get a good group together.
And he'll be on our show when?
Well, I'm going to try and arrange for that, actually. But him and Grim Loctimus, who is an amazing customizer. I don't know if
Yes, follow
yeah.
him on Twitter because he's got awesome stuff.
he actually just did an animated Motormaster, or he's doing a work in progress for that. So him, our good buddy Lance Park from Forgotten Path Games, he'll be there. I'll actually be his roommate again this year, and and Henry Pake. Maybe we'll have Pia there. I don't know.
Pia's got to be there, right?
I mean, he and Balt know one another, so we'll
He lives close, right?
we'll be around. We will not be hard to spot because I think outside of Joe, we don't fall into that demographic of white guys, bald white guys with beards.
What are you trying
I'm
to
gonna
say?
be in disguise.
I'm just saying, like, we're gonna lose you at TFCon.
Is he? Do you feel targeted? Do you feel like that was a
feel
personal
like-
attack?
Yeah. Listen, how do you think I feel? I'm just gonna be like a little floating hat in the crowd, okay?
You can ride on my back like Yoda.
I like that.
He'll be eye to eye with.
I don't know why it's
He'll
such a
be eye to
strong
eye
reaction
with
to that.
Deluxe.
Mm. Yeah, so we got to get a picture of you next to Deluxe.
You get a picture of you next to anybody to prove that you actually exist.
I wonder who's called.
I thought I was supposed to be next to. I thought I was supposed to be next to Bolt because he's supposed to be my cousin or something. According
Yeah,
to
but he's taller than you.
everybody's taller than me.
Cousins can be taller.
No, I
than
think-
each other.
I just said that y'all
Kev says,
talk the same.
just wear deodorant, please. Yeah, that's how you can set us. You know it's us, is that we don't stink.
Yeah, so Jordan, you'll be rooming with
Lance.
with Lance.
Yeah.
And then Dave, is it you and your wife, or how's that? Who are you rooming with? Is it just you?
Mhm.
It's just you.
You get the
Mhm.
lead.
You get the bachelor suite all to yourself, man.
Not gonna be grilled meat girl.
Oh, are you gonna bring the
Oh.
grill and have it in your room?
We're about to cancel his
Yeah.
trip.
He said he was bringing his big green egg.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's talking about a grill. I'm a little worried.
Look how small Studio Series Jazz is.
I
then-
know how small, dude. I've been bitching about how small Studio Series Jazz is as soon as I opened him out of the package.
And then the
Like
real
usually
party
you can
room.
only do this with Hot Wheels.
The real party room, I guess, will be Joe, me, and
Dude,
T-Man.
Studio
all in a room
Series
together.
Jazz. This is my $13 model kit. This is Studio Series Jazz.
And they the same.
Feel bad for the room service that's got to clean that room up after we're done with it.
Ew.
It's gonna be nasty.
It'll be pretty rank.
That's suggestive.
That could be sexual.
No one had a bone of that night.
They went away.
There's never been truer words.
All right. Well, I think
What's that? Let's decide. Oh, what?
it's not how small it is; it's how you use it. That's how we end the show.
I'm at a loss for words.
I don't believe it.
Cheer up, True Star Schemer. Let's end this shit. Come
All right. Let's get some where you ats. We'll start off with the parts former.
I'm here. You can find me here. You don't want to find me anywhere else. I mean, if you type my name into places, you'll find me. That's all it is. I'm here. Hi.
Like Megan's List.
I always think I see you when I see a guy with a beer and a hat.
It's
Joe,
me.
now that you have all three primes in one place, I'm guessing we can expect some Just Joe Crab photography. If anybody wants to see that, where?
It's 4 prime, right?
4 primes.
Oh yes, I do. Well, that
Oh, you have MP10, don't you?
I'm only counting my masterpiece primes. I got all 3 of my masterpiece. Actually, you know what? I could include the Sergeant Commander in this.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Your MP10's oversized, right?
I need to just make one other. That was actually a really successful picture. That picture I did with all the big prime orgy. I could do another one of them and do an actual prime. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make an actual Optimus Prime orgy. Coming soon to the Figure Action Instagram account.
How you spelling
A
coming?
would that be a porgy?
Yeah.
That's just prime.
I counted all the MP10s I had the other day, and it was absurd. I've got like 8 of them.
I have a feeling you have more MP10s than I have shoes.
You have 8 pairs of shoes, or 8
Actually,
shoes total?
if you count individual shoes, you probably have more primes.
Let's see. I've got 2 regular MP10s, the black version. I've got the Shattered
the Horse.
Glass, Year of the Horse. I've got the
Ghostbusters.
the Ghostbusters one, the gold one. I've got the white one. I've got the oversized one. I want to say there's one more. So that's 9 right there. I want to say I've got one more.
T-Man, where can we find you?
I'm trying to think.
We can find me in the internet world and here every Thursday, unless I decide to go to sleep. Joe, did we already do Joe?
Yes. It was really exciting.
Two Star Screamer.
Yeah, you're gonna fit in real well in our room.
You can find me.
Joe's next again. I don't care if he's back.
You can find me on Instagram at True Star Screamer. Hopefully, I'll get some more pictures up this week. Possibly on Twitch, I'll do a little thing. I'll hijack the Figure Action Instagram for that. Maybe the
What's your Twitch handle?
Facebook page, True Star Screamer.
I can't even
Dude, I am
get my
True Star
damn
Screamer
name.
everywhere.
Every time I try to log into Twitch, it tells me I can't because I got to do it again. I try to do that, forgot your password crap, and it doesn't work.
You don't need to be a member signed into Twitch to watch Twitch, just to comment and give tips. But
And Dave wants
and of course, every Thursday with these fine gentlemen and Jordan.
And Jordan. Wow. Boy, I get to be an outsider on that one.
Well, Matt's got control of the thing. I don't want to get booted again.
Now, well, as for me, you can find me here just about every Thursday night with these fine gentlemen. And you might be able to find me tomorrow if you have the notification bell enabled on the Figure Action YouTube page. So if you haven't already, make sure you kielbasa slam that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And that notification bell, because there might, and the likelihood's pretty high, be another live unboxing tomorrow. It's going to be a mystery one. I'm not going to say what's coming. And if you're on the Xbox Live or PlayStation Networks, make sure you add me Extra Zero. Extra Zero is extra space zero on Xbox. I've been playing a lot of Gears 5. Love that game. I'm going to get into the multiplayer this weekend. All one word on the PlayStation Network. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm pretty active on Twitter. It's at TheOriginalZero. On Instagram, it's Extra Zero. And I'm hoping to be getting more active on Instagram. We've got a craft room set up upstairs. I'll also play Link's Awakening tomorrow, but I'm going to try and split my time. Trying to get a photo area set up so I can kind of showcase some of my figures. And yeah, that's about it for me. So we've been Figure Action. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Thanks to everybody in the chat for participating. All the usuals, Night Wingingham, TF fan page, Sportimus, Nate Simmons, Kevin Womack, Winston. If I'm missing anybody, scroll back up.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, and we appreciate you.
Steve Brent, was you there? Any my NC folks?
One of your NC folks, indeed. Immortal Biggie Shack. So no effort toward
Immortal
reviews.
Biggie Shack.
So if I'm
That's
missing
terrible.
anybody, I apologize. But thank you all for tuning in tonight. Thank you all for commenting in the chat. Thank you all for smashing that like button. It's been great having you. It's been a great time, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See ya.
Push the button,
Bye.
and then we're going to have that awkward moment where nothing's happening.
Where we don't know if we're live